welcome to Dcmb at the Invite Only Club. I am here with
Stone, C Stone,
Alex,
Charlie,
Kim,
and Kimmy, and we are going to continue on from our previous episode. So this is part 2 of sex myths. So let's hit the road.
let's get into it.
Yes. Do you want to start?
You have the most. Right, so one of them myths that we didn't really touch on many of them last episode, but one of the things I wanted to bring out there, because I've noticed, speaking to a lot of guys, also thanks for being on the show, guys, a lot of guys believe that like you can only get HIV through anal sex, but more specifically like gay people, like man and man anal sex. So what do you guys think of that? Do you think that's the case, or?
That's a lie, man. That's something they would say in the 80s and that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's a joke that Eddie Murphy would say.
Yeah, no, it's true. It's kind of old way of thinking, but there is still people that think that for some reason.
I just feel like that's just so silly for you to think that, because obviously AIDS is quite big as well in like Africa and like obviously other countries as well, but that's one of the countries that they mainly talk about to do with AIDS, and it's not just men that have it. So
I feel like he was about to say something.
I was going to say, when I was in school, one of my cousin's friends, she was actually born with HIV.
Right.
And, we didn't know at the time, but she's had like 2 children with like a bloodless C-section, and the kids are healthy and stuff. And she's healthy, but she's got HIV, but lucky I never had sex with her still.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, but in this day and age, then you
it could have been hit or miss, literally.
Yeah, but even that though, you know, you can actually have a
big up, you know who you are.
Wow.
No, but you know, you can actually have a full sexual relationship with someone with HIV and not actually have HIV. Because there's medication you can take that make it dormant now.
I didn't know that.
There's a blocker and there's some dormant to it.
I wouldn't trust that.
And there's also medication you can take to make sure that you don't get it.
Yeah, there's PrEP. Yeah, there's PrEP. So you can take that to stop you from.
Wild.
So. No, I mean.
So you can still have healthy babies, y'all.
You can.
Yeah, and you can still have a full sexual relationship with someone who's HIV positive. So it's not.
And actually,
What?
maybe I shouldn't say it. But no, I was gonna say maybe on another episode we can touch on that. But when you mentioned about AIDS in Africa, that's something that irks me.
Yeah, it triggered me as well. I'm not gonna lie.
Because
it didn't even start there.
You said Africa,
but
actually no, it was. We'll get into that in another episode.
Yeah.
But there's a whole,
chemical warfare.
Yes.
Yeah,
there's a whole reason behind why it's even
there,
in Africa in the beginning.
Yeah.
It didn't begin
it wasn't
there.
Just,
it was taken there.
That's what I mean when I said it didn't start there. But
It's man-made, isn't it? It's not. You know, a natural disease.
Like monkey.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
but anyway.
COVID.
We'll get into that one another.
Another day. That's a story for another day.
So what other myths are going wrong?
So do you have any though? Is there anything that you used to believe even when you were younger, and then when you got older you realised this is actually bullshit?
That you can't. There was one. You can't get pregnant. You can't get pregnant on your period, can you?
You can get pregnant on your period. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I mean.
Is it?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
All right, but that is. I did think that was fact. So
yeah.
Okay.
So how many babies you got out there you don't know about?
You know.
I mean,
sex on the period is a
Did you
bit
do
sticky,
that
it's a bit
one?
messy.
Yeah,
I try and avoid that.
But I think that it makes sense why you think that, because obviously having your period is normally a sign that you're not pregnant.
Right.
So, and also especially because people think that that's an egg that's been released and it's like no longer being used. But the reality is a lot of women can release multiple eggs. Right. So even though you have a period, you can still have an egg waiting in the womb to be fertilized. So that's why you can still get pregnant.
And also, your sperm don't die straight away.
No, it doesn't. It's between 3 to 7 days it can survive inside.
I remember women have 2 ovaries and produce eggs, you know.
Yeah, so it's very possible.
From more than one side.
Yeah, so it's very possible. Yeah, they could be lurking in the left, waiting for the next. Waiting for the next
egg.
Yeah, basically.
Waiting in the wing. Oh, there's my cue. Yeah. Anyway, so that's a big myth. That one's funny.
Okay.
I have a myth that I like to bust. Normal sex is not supposed to be like pornography. Okay, so pornography is not normal sex.
Don't bring that
Don't
shit.
do that.
No, you can bring it, but just don't expect this like wild moaning, this like multiple orgasm and like I don't know, a bucket of semen situation. Like it's not.
Don't
that's not how it
expect
goes.
to see what you see in the pornos
All the time. Yeah, that's not actually
not
that's
it.
not how it goes.
It's
And
not
it's
it.
4-hour sex as well.
What do you guys think about that? 'Cause you lot kept quiet.
He was like, when I do it, it's like pornography.
No. Honestly, as a teenager,
Yeah.
I thought that's how you're supposed to do it. But
Right.
as you get
Yeah,
older,
but-
you realise they like it slower and a bit more. But
They
they do
like
like
it,
to
you
be
know.
like manhandled.
Yeah, but
honestly,
you
they do
a
like
you
a
do a
firm
lot of
hand.
like generalizing of like they like.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
No, but I feel like
in my
every
experience,
woman, no, but every woman is different.
different,
You can't
it's
say
true.
they
Yeah.
and think that every woman's gonna like that because you'd be surprised.
and women also change. So 1 minute they might like it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
it
then
depends on
another
what
time
you're
they might
in
want
the
to
mood
pull
for as
their
well.
hair.
Do you know what I mean?
Another time they might want to be nice and.
Oh.
So you mean to say that you don't have different preferences or different days when you're in different moods?
He's like,
yeah,
no.
I've got a personality disorder. So
Okay.
different
Days.
days. No. Different days, and also different people bring out different things in you.
Yeah, I agree with that
true.
one.
So one girl, you might just want to pull her hair and like
Punch in the face?
copy the porn,
Joking.
and then another girl,
Uh-oh.
you might
Uh-oh.
you might want to
It's a
marry
joke,
her. You might
like,
want to
chill out.
marry her and take her.
Yeah.
No, in the
Not if it's
pornos they do that.
consensual. Not
In
if
the
it's
pornos
consensual.
they do that, but I ain't trying to do that. Like
Yeah, this can be
Yeah.
that can be a
Catch
bit
a
wild.
That's a sticky one
Catch a
still.
case.
Yeah, but some people like that.
They do.
Yeah.
Because
Some
they
people.
say-
I feel like it's a very small.
Have you not heard of
it's a-
donkey punch?
No.
Where he kills the girl. Yeah. I see that.
That's dangerous.
It's
That is
like-
Right,
dangerous.
it can actually kill someone. You're right, it
I
can
heard
actually
about
kill
that.
someone.
No, I heard
Is
that. That's not a myth.
It's not.
Wait, what?
Apparently,
Well,
bro,
come on,
I
you
remember
tell it, you
speaking
tell
about
it.
this.
Let him tell it.
Yeah, go
Oh,
for
bro.
it.
Tell them about
Yeah.
Donkey Punch.
Oh, bro. So when
I don't know about this.
now when I was in
It's
school,
like
yeah,
funny.
obviously I went to a school in a white area.
Okay.
So
Okay.
then they would just say some mad stuff on a Monday, like, oh yeah, imagine what happened on the Monday. What happened?
Yeah.
Like, oh, Kim got donkey punch. Like, wait, what? Donkey punch? Where's the donkey?
Yeah, what
Where's
is
the
that?
farm?
Yeah, what is that?
Anyway, it's doggy
He
style.
said, where's
innit?
the farm?
It's doggy style and that. And
Okay.
then when the guy is about to climax,
Yeah.
he punches her in the back of the head.
But why?
To
We're talking-
increase
there's a
the
film
whole
called
climax
Donkey
and the
Punch.
feeling, innit?
So what I heard, right, is to intentionally knock the person out,
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
so that apparently it
tightens.
tightens up or something like that.
No, but that's the
Like,
same
or
as-
an instant reaction is to just like clench or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it was in school where I heard about it as well.
Because
and I
there's a
was like, what
movie
the
called
hell
Donkey
is
Punch,
that?
and in the movie, the guy does it to the girl and kills the girl.
Is that what?
Okay.
Yeah, so
Really?
he's beating it, and then
It-
he thumps her in the back
what's
of the.
it?
Sorry,
Me-
slang terminology. They're copulating,
No,
and then upon climax, he punches her in the back of her head,
Applies force.
and she dies. Yeah,
This
she
is
dies.
just-
This is a
it's
movie.
insane.
But what is this?
Google
Some
it.
sort of beaming? Like, what is this? What's
It's a
this
movie.
film?
It's a movie.
But that's the same as
That's
what
wild.
is it?
Buffing
Where,
people.
what is it? They were choking the women
Yeah.
and then cutting off the air supply.
But they do
to
like that.
heighten the climax.
But that
Yeah.
does work.
People have
right?
died in the act of
Yeah,
doing
but
it.
I feel like you can strangle somebody and kind of think the person kind of, it takes 4 minutes for you to get unconscious when you get strangled. So
But
for you,
it sounds like these people do it deliberately.
no, but it's also for you to strangle someone during sex to get that kind of result. I get it, but then to do it for 4 minutes, the 4 minutes the person dead yet, but you're still there at 5 minutes. Like, do you know what I mean? But if you punch someone like with force, it's kind of like I feel like there's less. You're more accountable for that. That's more likely to end in death
It's
than
an
if you
element of
strangle.
surprise, innit?
No, okay, whatever. Surprise, you're dead. Yeah. But I feel like you're more likely to cause death from punching someone than if you strangle them, because
No,
you
of
can
course,
you can
of course.
see that the person can't breathe no more.
Obviously, if
Yeah.
you're
They can
choking.
stop. Do you get it? When you punch someone, that common.
Is that
Especially
a
if you're in doggy, like you're getting hit from the back of your head,
Yeah.
and your face is face down.
Yeah, that's
I'm not
bad.
gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. If you do that to me, you better hope I get
You
knocked
better-
out.
you better hope I die, you better hope I
I'll pick up anything next to me
Yeah.
and kill you.
Because if
Yeah,
I
it's
wake
true.
up,
All right, let's move on to the
It's
next. Let's move on to the
Is
next
she back?
section.
Sorry, can I ask?
Next
Is
one.
it a myth? Do women do they come harder if you?
Yeah, but even that, we can't really
So,
answer that with facts because it depends on the woman's preference.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
No, because in the films they do that. So I wanted to know
Listen,
as females.
TBA real boy.
No,
okay?
no, as
You
no,
know,
I'm
it's
asking you. I'm asking you. I'm asking you as women. Do
Yeah,
you
but-
like to be
No,
that?
but this is the thing. I think we can discuss that, but then that's coming on to preference, and it's not about the myths no
Okay,
more.
okay.
Do you know
Because
what
I
I
thought
mean?
the lack of breathe, like them not being able to breathe, made them.
But then if you think about it this way, just to quickly before we move on, you can argue that point, but say if someone's got previous trauma where they've been attacked or whatever, that's not going to cause that. That's going to cause they're going to be triggered or scared. So it does depend on the person and things that they put, like, do you know what I mean, what they've been through and stuff like that.
Right.
So right, okay, I'm trying to think of, because I did have another one.
So I have one.
Go on.
Was all women orgasm during vaginal sex?
Yeah, that's obviously a myth.
That's a myth.
Obviously, we know that. That's
Yeah, but he didn't know that.
This is perfect.
Listen,
Throw that one in there.
No.
To be fair, you were like, yeah, that's true.
No. I know that for a fact.
Yeah.
To be fair, from experience, I know that for a fact.
But is that something that shocks you though, do you think? Like, it's surprising?
No. In fact, a lot of girls have got like, I think if they have like issues, sometimes they're not really coming that way. Like, you have to really like play with it, like you have to do a lot.
But do you think it's only issues that cause a woman not to orgasm through penetration?
Might be
sex?
past experiences, isn't it?
But no, but this is what I'm saying. Even that, like, it's biology. Like, the things that make a woman orgasm, like, it's not just the physical touching, because obviously you can
mental, right.
yeah, but it's the same with men. Do you get it? I'm pretty, like, obviously we kind of play into that myth because when it comes to a male orgasm, more often than not, you guys will come every time, and that's the whole point of sex, isn't it? But so we naturally assume that with a woman, that's how it should be, but it's not the case. And same with you guys, you might be in a situation where there's a lot on your mind.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And you're having sex, and the girl's doing everything right, but then because of what mentally, there's a block there. It's the same for women. But I feel like it's a lot more prevalent for women, the mental part of it, just because of the way society is and the things that.
But then also going back to what you said about genetically.
Yeah.
Like, are we really gonna do this again? The whole.
Yeah, the biology. Let's talk about the anatomy of the vulva. Let's talk about it because that plays a big part in the female orgasm, and there's more than one type of female orgasm as well.
Right.
So yeah.
That takes me on to another myth actually. So the male orgasm and the female orgasm, and I hate male and female anyway, but whatever.
Okay.
Are not the same. So that's a myth that I want to bust. Like, they are not the same. It's not on level and it's not on par, and I'm proud to say that.
Well, in terms of what though? Do you mean like?
Because men can like orgasm in one way.
Yeah.
And one way only. Whereas women can have multiple orgasms and in different ways.
True, but then could you argue that men can, because there's a prostate orgasm, so that's another way that men orgasm.
But that fall down to preference again.
No, it does, but then it's still, no, but you're right. There's more than one way. That's what I'm saying. That's a myth. There's more than one way that guys will orgasm. Some guys can even orgasm like the erogenous zones. There's guys that like really like maybe their nipples being. Do you know what I mean? But like tantric massage, there's guys that orgasm without you even with no penetrative sex, so that's a myth.
But do they bust?
Yeah, they come. It's like tantric massage, like.
So when you're saying there's different types of orgasms.
Yeah, for men there is for men too.
There is for men too.
Yeah,
so there we go.
You know, there was a film when the man, what's him call it? He would what was it? Paralyzed from the waist down.
Yeah.
And then basically he would just get a massage and they had to rub his earlobe.
Yeah, so
wow.
Wow.
Okay. But is that bossing?
Yeah, no, this is bad.
No, obviously it was giving him
You ain't even let me finish.
Okay, I'm sorry.
So,
I'm let you finish.
When it comes to women, we can, as you know, we can come, we can squirt, we can do all of that stuff. With guys, it's just.
Yeah, but then that's
just one form of orgasm.
But a woman can also orgasm without any ejaculation. So for you to argue that a man's orgasm is not valid because he didn't ejaculate,
it's kind of. It valid.
You asked. That's what I'm saying. You can't really say that.
Ejaculation, isn't it? Where you don't bust, it goes up your spine.
There we go. What he said.
I never heard that.
When you practice tantra,
that's what I'm saying. Tantric massage. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, you ejaculate. So instead of excreting semen, it goes up your spinal, it adds to your spinal fluid.
Yeah, it's this, you know, like the
so the sperm goes up into your spine.
And that's basically how you regenerate yourself.
No, I just
no, listen,
okay,
okay,
it's simple.
That's
what he said.
Alright, so not the sperm, but the essence, so the energy that will create, you know, that the same, chi, she knows the thing.
Okay,
it's not sperm, but your spinal fluid. Alright, you see when a man busts, and he feels weak and limp and that. It's because his life energy force is come out in the liquid to create a baby.
Yeah.
But what you can do is reverse that and you don't lose your energy, it goes back
but
into
you lot are laughing, but
and then you get superpowers.
No,
you're not
that's how I got here today.
But you lot are laughing, but at the end of the day, we are talking about females women having multiple different types of orgasms. But then when he's talking about a man having the same thing, you're laughing. It's possible.
No, it's not about taking it.
Okay, you are, but listen.
I'm not gonna lie.
So
How you
can you
saying
tell
it?
us what are the other ways that women can have an orgasm? That would be good for us to know.
Yeah, so obviously there's orgasm through penetration and the G-spot, but there's also clitoral stimulation, other erogenous shows like what you said, the ears, the breast.
But the end result is always...
It's not always though, because with some... You could,
Wait,
so basically,
always what?
He's going to say...
No, the orgasm is...
Is what?
It's the same, like, what I'm saying is there's different ways to get to the end goal.
No, it's not the same.
But is the end goal the same?
It's not the same, because you've got, as in like, with them, in their mind, end goal is ejaculation. But some women ejaculate and some women don't. Yeah, it's not the same.
Yeah.
Oh, so a woman can
ejaculate, yeah.
Without no liquid,
No, with liquid. Ejaculate is liquid.
Orgasm without ejaculation,
yeah.
or without coming, creaming, squirting,
whatever you want to call it. But you can also have one with, yeah.
That was what I was trying to say. But anyway.
But we went all the way around the world. We back.
We done burst a couple other myths within the
yeah, that's what we did it. Coming together to make families better. So
pun intended, yeah. Right, so
okay.
Do pregnant women can I ask, is it a myth? Do pregnant women get more horny?
No, not necessarily.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, it can happen.
Not necessarily.
But some people can go completely into themselves as well and not want to be touched. So it can work either ways, I think. Like, obviously the hormones that are produced, I feel like it depends on the woman, because obviously the progesterone and stuff and the estrogen that's produced naturally makes you want to create life. So that's where sometimes women can become more horny during their pregnancy. But then also there's a part of your brain that knows that you already have life and you're trying to protect the life. So it kind of, not that sex is a risky practice when you're pregnant, but your body kind of naturally kind of goes towards nurturing the baby. That's the important part. So I feel like if you've got everything under wraps,
I just think it depends. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I'm raging. Sometimes I'm like, don't touch me.
Yeah.
But then that's just. I'm like that
anyway.
Okay. If I'm pregnant or not, I'm like that anyway. Do you know what I mean?
No, fair enough. Well, okay, so what do you think about when people say, when people are coming close to the end of their pregnancy and they're like, I'll just have sex to kind of like
bring it forward.
Reintroduce the
But
labour.
apparently that's a fact. So apparently, it's not the notion of the sex.
Yeah.
It's sperm softens
the cervix area.
Yeah, the cervix.
Because I've read that it can actually delay. You know, so when we have sex, it can push back your periods. Yeah, it can
delay pregnancy.
Delay the labour.
No, if you're overdue, from personal experience, when my son's mum was overdue, like my mum actually said, like, that will bring it along, innit?
But that's what I'm saying. But that's
but
that's the thing that people will say though. Like,
I was happy to oblige.
But also, of course, you were.
No.
But also, how do you know that wasn't just the time that she was going to go into labour anyway?
No, my mum worked in the delivery suite for 20 years.
I don't know. You know, I've just read that.
And you know them Jamaican women, they know this stuff.
If there's misinformation or like information for both, then who knows? But
I
have also read that.
So have I. I've been told the same thing. But I've also read that it can delay.
Why not?
And he's tried it. So
okay, because obviously one for one.
One case and
if you're trying
little man.
You know, I might try, guys. I'll try and let you know. I'll let you know.
In the name of science, yeah.
In the name. I mean, we can only really oblige. Okay, so I mean, obviously we've got more myths we can talk about them, but one thing I'm kind of interested in is like, why do you think that these things become so prevalent in us, like these beliefs?
Old lifestyles.
Yeah.
And gossip. And kids. Kids chat the most shit in the playground.
Yeah.
But then a lot of this stuff we can't really necessarily blame on kids, because kids get it
from us, from
the older generation.
Yeah, it's a vicious cycle, 100%, but that is generally where it starts.
Yeah, but where did it? That's what I'm saying. Where did it start? Like,